Hi Gemini, this is Donatella, Empress of Swords. I just wanted to tell you thank you guys so much for your patience. I know I've been gone for a very long time. I have had an extreme amount of changes in the past 8 months. The 6 retrogrades have extremely hit me hard because as an empath, you are already intuitive. But when the blood moon had passed, now that the Libra moon is coming in, I am being forced to come back to you. I am being forced to share your gifts with you. More than ever right now, you need Libra strength because of the fact that you are even my president at this moment right now. Yes, Donald Trump is a Gemini. And yes, he's making some crazy ass decisions because he cannot make up his mind. As an empath, I feel like we have many options in our life. We have many decisions that we can take, and we try to strive to make the best decision possible. I feel in times we underestimate our strength, we have underestimated our power, and underestimating ourselves has caused such an issue where it's actually projected our reality, where we feel and tell ourselves settling is the answer that we want. It's okay what it is, let's just make it through the month, let's just make it through this, we're just gonna accept it for what it is. The problem is that Gemini, you don't understand. We as a circle, we are weaved in as a blanket in this earth. Imagine the entire world as one fabric, okay? So if one of us has been told a lie, or have been deceived in any way, imagine a razor blade shredding through that thread and releasing one part of that fabric, okay? So I hope you see where I'm coming from right now as I'm showing you with my fingers. When one piece of that thread is gone, what happens when you pull on another thread? That one goes too. Pretty soon, you have a big hole, right? In your blanket. Before you know it, there's shreds and rips and tears everywhere. Nobody even wants that blanket anymore. They look at it like a joke. You have to come to a conclusion that yes, it's really good to look at two sides of a story, okay? I do understand that you are the twins. You do represent the twins, okay? But what you don't understand is that you have to really validate both of those feelings. You have to validate both of those twins. Both of them are hungry for something. There's one part of you that wants this, and there's another part of you that wants this. It could be that one of them you have to really work hard for, and the other one is the easier route. And the easier route, you don't know why it's not that fulfilling. It's always the easier route, but it's not that fulfilling. You feel like you got everything that you wanted, but it's not as satisfying because you didn't work towards what you wanted. You see the difference now? When you work towards what you want, especially the bigger the mountain it is, the higher the goal it is, it's actually more satisfying because it's a longer journey. When you watch a movie that ends really quick, like in 20 minutes, all the problems are solved, they were so basic problems, that's a basic person, that's a basic ass wife, that's a basic ass jewelry, that's a basic ass house, it's boring. Yeah, you have to work a little bit harder to get exactly what you want, and you have to really look at it for what it is. And if you don't, it can cause you to want to distract yourself. Sometimes people want to go on a vacation. Some people need to get away. Some people need some alcohol. Some people need anything, whatever. Our president publicly was with a porn star. He already had a model. This is what happens when you don't work for what you want and you just settle. Don't you think maybe if he worked on his first marriage and actually ultimately did all the things that he should have done and satisfied everybody and not thought so selfishly, maybe something could have been handled? And it all happened because two twins were never satisfied. It was always settling. Oh, I'm going to be okay because this is the safer route. Oh, that other route is just too hard for me. But for what? You're worth it. You do it for everyone else. Why not for yourself? I was so lucky that I was ever in a presence of the spirit of a Gemini. Because as far as a friend, I never seen such a childlike heart. Like true genuineness. When you are allowed to express yourself, when you're allowed to be yourself, when you are really loved for truly who you are, you have such an attachment for people. And you have to understand that if you have that same equal care for someone else, then that bond is equal. You won't do it with someone you're not in love with. So whether you're with your past person or your present person, you're going to give your ultimate sacrifice for whoever you thought was appropriate for you. Now, whether you want to put in the hard work or not, that's up to you. You know, when I look at Trump, I'm thinking, God, he really settled. Well, I'm not even talking about the wall. That's all sexual frustration, honestly. Let me tell you, it's all, people are mean when they're sexually frustrated, okay? Look at your parents. Look at TV people. Look at whoever the hell you wanted. Look at war. Look at the people that are having war. You don't think those Middle Eastern countries have any sexual frustration? There's so much war over there. You know how crazy it is for a man to constantly see women that are like covered up? I'm just saying, like, there's more war when you can't release. And you could release if you wouldn't settle. And I feel like sometimes you're not expressing really what you truly want because you keep shutting down the second twin that you have. And you keep saying it's a bad twin, but it's like, it wouldn't be a bad twin if it was out there and open and honest with everything that has happened. If you were living an honest, true life, and you actually talked about everything that you were feeling and everything that you were doing, and you were doing it out of a moral idea, of, you know, not just holding your thoughts inside of your head. And that goes with, even if it's you not thinking about another person in your life, it could have been a career that you could have done more in. And I know that you're really frustrated with everything that has gone on with your life, because I'm very sure that a lot of traumatic things happened to you, to the point that you didn't even know who to trust. But we cannot dwell anymore. And I know you don't, because you have the best energy, you have the best vibe. But when you're distracting yourself, it could be the same thing too. When you're not talking about really what's going on, it could be the same thing too. And I just want to tell you, I wish that you were more of a best friend to yourself than you've been for other people. I wish you were more forgiving to yourself. I wish you were, you know, the way that you care about other people, I wish you cared that much about yourself. Because you've allowed people to be themselves. You've allowed people to say the most weirdest things. You've allowed people to really be genuinely, truly who they are. I don't know why you never allowed it for yourself. I don't know why you didn't want to come out clean and say, you know, I wasn't true to myself. I didn't allow myself to feel satisfied. I didn't allow this for myself. I put a limit on this and I put a limit on that, and I felt like I didn't deserve this and I felt like I didn't deserve that because of everything I've been through. I've been wanting to go to church. I've been wanting to speak to my family. I've been wanting to go to the gravesite. I've been wanting to do this and that. I've been wanting to take care of my kids in this certain way. I've been wanting to talk to this person, but what? But what? Why do you hide who you have to be? Why don't you clean it up? Clean it up. You don't need anyone's help. You got both those twins together by your side. God knew you couldn't be by yourself. That's why he gave you two twins. So that way you can check in with both of them, not one of them. One of them said that you were lazy and you settled. Whether it was before or currently. And it could be with career, it could be with a partner, it could be with a child, it could be with anything. But when you're shutting down, you're gonna miss out on all of this. Peace, gratitude, feeling solid, feeling like you got it all. Like you could be a king and still live in nature. You could be camping and still feel like royalty. You could have it all. It's not one or the other. You are dual. You're magic. You're the magician card, for God's sakes. In the tarot card, that's who you are, the magician. The one that had all 4 elements. The Magician had, because you came from Mercury, you had all 4 elements within you, inside of you. You can have the most beautiful person. You can have the highest successful job. You can go and travel anywhere you want. You can literally pick and choose. You can have your pick of the litter. You've limited yourself when you thought, oh, I just want this or that. You're not going out there and you're not chasing it. You're just settling for distraction. That's the word I wanted to use. And I feel like this time around, and hopefully when I get to it, I want to do another reading for you during the Libra moon. That's going to be sometime around this Friday. I just feel like it's really important. Before I get started on this reading, I want to explain to you guys something real quick about what's happening in astrology right now. It's very rare to find 2 Libra moons back to back with each other. And there was one last month. There's one going to be this April 20th. The reason for this is there were 6 eclipses previously last summer. You had to reassess everything that you were going through life because you knew that there were some changes that you had to make. During this time, everybody was going through the same thing that you were going through. There was a lot of hardship that everybody went through too. And it was happening so that way everybody can get their karma. There was a lot of secrets that happened in people's lives, so a lot of people were exposed, especially within last year. So people that were like sexually abused, or people that had drug problems or alcohol problems or things like that, that was revealed during the time that Jupiter was in Scorpio. That was last year. Now it's a time of spirituality. Jupiter's in Sagittarius, but it's going backwards now. And Sagittarius is the angel of temperance, so don't lose your cool. But it's going backwards very soon. And Libra's moon is, the sun is in Aries right now, so it's really fired up. People are trying to take action. They're trying to make changes in their life. They're really showing who they truly are. Like, if someone has been dishonest with you, they're going to show you. If someone was like really like whatever it is for what it is, you're going to see everything in light, even yourself. You're going to start seeing yourself for who you are. So if you don't take this time to really clean up the mess, you will cycle again. But if you could take the time to clean up this mess, you will actually be super satisfied by August and October. So it's truly up to you whatever decision you want to make for yourself. But it depends on how much you want to settle. Okay, so the first card that I have is the Ten of Swords reversed. You're coming out of a time of your life where anxiety is relieving you. And what's crossing it is and when I say what's crossing it, that means is what is confusing that? How are you getting out of your anxiety? Because remember, Gemini, you switch back and forth sometimes with your thoughts. So what I'm visioning you trying to do is, let me get out of anxiety. But then anxiety is coming back. So why is that happening? Well, it's the card of the High Priestess. And the High Priestess represents intuition. Black, white, good, bad, or good, evil, whatever you want to call it. The veil is being lifted right now, and your intuition is showing you exactly what everything is for what everything is. You're having an angel in your presence explain to you everything for what it is. So your choice will be yours. Do you want to put in the effort, or do you want to settle? Which side? That will be up to you. Now, to help it clarify with some issues that you've gone through, I have your distant past, okay, as far as an experience that you've gone through. And let's get real here. Gemini, you have been missing out on a lot of celebrations that you wish you had. There's events that you wish that you can have with either people that you're related to or the loved one that you used to have. But you know you've missed out on a lot of events, and this has been a huge trigger for you because you used to be a very social person. You used to be a very outgoing person. You used to be someone that actually liked to celebrate with a group of people, even maybe drank with them. This has started to be a problem for you because you're not happy to celebrate anymore. So you won't allow yourself, if it's not in the same energy, to celebrate. So you've blocked yourself from celebrating because it's not the same flavor it used to be. So you need to pay attention to this. This will be one clue. When were you the most happiest? During celebration. Okay? So that's your first clue of what the two twins need. All right, here's your second clue, the recent past. You've experienced having abundant amounts of money. So there's two things that are very important to you. Being able to celebrate with your person, or being able to go out and having that freedom to go out, and also having money. So there is a lifestyle that you would like to have where there's freedom of spending money and freedom of going out. If this person makes you feel free in these two aspects of your life, you're happy with them. You don't really ask too much, but you need to be vocal about what you like. And if this person is open to the conversation, find out what you can negotiate so that way both of you are happy. In the near future, you have about a week. I see you resting, Gemini. You're really going to be thinking about the options that you have. I know that you cannot make this decision right now. And this is the time for you to think, okay? So start thinking about the two things that you want the most. Your abundance and your income, and starting your business that you've always wanted, and getting back to your celebrations. It's not that hard for you. But think about it. You do have time to rest. On your frontal mind, you're really worried right now that you're not going to succeed in life. You're hoping that whatever you choose, it's the best decision and the most successful decision where everybody around you is proud of you. But the problem right now is you're very fearful, and you think that people are going to look down on you. You have a huge fear that if everybody knew what was going on, they would ridicule you. And I feel like that is your biggest fear, of being ridiculed by a mass. So if you've been out of public, if you've been away from anxiety, if you've been away from celebrations, it could be that you have a fear of being ridiculed, or being told that you're not successful, or anything of that feeling. After your rest period, I feel like you're going to have some time to really think about what you went through. And I'm telling you, you have like about a week. And I don't know why I'm saying this, but I feel like there's a time frame of a week. And you're going to be really trapped in your thoughts, okay? There's 8 of Swords, so it's not the worst card, okay? But I think that you're going to get trapped in some depression because some thoughts are going to start coming to you, and reality is going to really sink in. And I need you to really think about what's going on, but in a very rational and logical way with the decisions that you've made in your life. I want you to really, truly accept life for the way it has been. And move forward with that. And not just leave that thought there. The next card that I have is the Magician. This is your card, Gemini. I see you wanting to make great amounts of changes for yourself. You're going to start making some magic happen. I told you, you already had the 4 elements. I talked about this a few minutes ago, and your card sure enough showed up. You're going to be very proud of yourself. It will stay stagnant for a little while, though. You need to turn the world. You're seeing everything for what it is right now, and it's depressing you. You need to start that process and start turning it. It's up to you. You have to get out of this yourself. No one will be able to help you. You have to help yourself. You have to start speaking out. Because I feel like, I'm honestly feeling like reality is going to start hitting you soon. I feel like sometime mid-May, if you don't start taking the proper steps, you're going to really regret it with taking too long on fixing the things that you needed to fix. I feel like there is a person that you possibly feel like maybe is out of your league, and you would have to work too hard if you wanted to be with them. Or they are asking too much. Or they're too much. But the thing is that it's devastating being without them, Gemini. You love their energy. They love your energy. You guys have a really great vibe. But it's up to you if you want to make these changes. Because you're really sad that there is no commitment anymore. You're really sad. Like, even if you're in a relationship still with this person, it makes you sad, like, that you guys even live like roommates, or you're distant with each other, or even if it's like, whatever broke off, like, even if it's your best friend, like, you don't talk to anymore, it really devastates you. But I feel like you will get a chance. The Knight of Cups is here, presenting themselves. If this was a person from the past or the future, you are actually in your vicinity right now. You have a chance right now. If you want to make any changes or say anything or do anything, this person is actually really genuinely being genuine. So right now, you have a time to really think about who you're going to offer your love to, who you're going to be wanting to share your heart with, or which job you want to choose, or what your heart and soul is calling. Like, whatever it is, like, if there was something that you really, really wanted to do or be or talk to, or, you know, something, you know, like, your heart is like broken, devastated, because you need to reach to this. So whatever that is, you need to start speaking up. You need to start speaking up and really say how you feel. Okay, Gemini? Okay, guys. Well, thank you guys for your time. Hopefully I'll be back again around the 20th. I'm really hoping that I'll have the time to do that. But thank you guys so much again for being so patient and letting me return on my time. But I always want to make sure that you guys get the highest vibration that I could ever give you guys. And I just did Capricorn and Virgo's reading like the other day. And I thought, you know what, Gemini needs some nature time too. So I wanted to bring myself back to nature and get you guys exactly what you needed. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.